a faint mark so we could just see where we were going with it. But the carpet, it was like, oh, this is what my brain thought it was gonna do.
I swear, I was gonna grab it. I thought about the chalk, and I was like, fuck it. I'll go grab it. And then I was like, no, I'm not going down two flights. That's how. Let's get this thing kicked off.
Ugh.
Oh shit! I was like, wait, something's missing.
Something's missing.
Gray Area episode part 2. Hold on. This podcast is now in session. Hello, beautiful people. Where are you? Where am I talking here? Welcome to episode 71. The Gray Area episode part 2. This is gonna be shit's about to get weird.
Wow.
What?
A lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, we got a big docket.
Okay.
This is one of those full days where you're like, damn.
Well, I know this evolved like 3 different times also.
Right. 100%. Where do we start? Let's start. I want to start with some. What is his name? Nimesh Patel. He's a comedian. Oh my goodness. That was mad. I hit that mad long ago. Blame Apple. Don't blame me. Anyway, I'm moving on. He was a comedian who was kicked off stage at Colombia University, excuse me. First of all, I think, like, when I first saw it, the first thing that popped into my brain before I even got into the story was, I'm like, yo, comedians, like, live shows are great, because live shows is what brings in the money. You know what I'm saying? So, even with music artists, like, the shows is what brings in the revenue.
Right, otherwise they wouldn't do them.
Right.
Is that because they get, like, you get more fans that way? Or is that just the way that you make more money?
It's also the way you work out material. Like, you gotta see, me just talking shit on a podcast is not necessarily art form. You know what I'm saying? But as far as putting together a show, putting together a production of, and then knowing what works to take my show on the road, to take a fire show on the road. You know what I'm saying? So if you get 200 people, you can get a good idea of if that joke's gonna work or not. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
sometimes you don't know.
Right. So that's where my brain. So that's what I was saying. The first seeing it, I was like, why would you even do a live show anymore? Like, just give it straight to, like, we can, if you bring back the aura or no, I don't want to say nuance, but like bring back the real star power. Like, everyone's too accessible. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's too accessible. Motherfucker don't even. He go out to see you at a show. He'd actually rather get on Instagram for heckling you, almost, or being like, hey, I'm standing up to this guy, than enjoying the fucking show. Like, you know, the comedians just like, sit down and enjoy the fucking show. Get out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I was really thinking, like, you gotta bring back the star power. Like, do that shit on.
You can't go backwards.
Well, let me get into it. I'm gonna play
the show.
I'm gonna let him tell it.
Representing Asian identities and all that. I'm like, dope. And I get there at like 7:30.
He was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
And I walk in and I'm like, okay, I know all these kids. I mean, they're like 20 or something, but like I know them. I grew up with these kids, you know, like Abigail's and Pratik's or whatever. Like, I know all these guys. Right. And immediately my comic hat turns on. I'm like, okay.
I'm gonna pause this for 1 second before I even let him get to his story, because the reason he was on the podcast. So I'm gonna go in order for everybody. It went viral that he got kicked off, and nobody knew the joke. in the comments you made about the comment you said about black people and gay people. So everyone sees this, no one knows what the fuck is going on. He's coming to explain his side.
The energy's dope, but the show, like acoustically, I'm looking. Okay, there's a high ceiling. The lighting shit.
We know because we could barely hear you, bro.
It's not set up for like a comedy event, but I still think, okay, this is gonna go well. 8:30, 8:45, I get on stage, and I'm like, I do some Colombia stuff because I went to Colombia for like a summer program. I start making fun of the kids a bit, and I say, do I have to give like a trigger warning? Almost like joking, like, do I have to give a trigger warning because I know, that's a thing. And I say, like, be careful. Some of this might be sexist. Some of this might be racist. Just buckle up. And one girl boos, and I'm like, wait, you're booing already? It's like 2 minutes in.
And I'm gonna give him another minute.
I literally said, I just listened to the set on the way here. And I said, well, buckle up, because this is the real world or whatever. And then I go into material, and it's going well. This is one story I want to dispel. Like, I will fully own a bomb. If I'm bombing, I know I'm bombing. I will tell you that I've bombed before 1 billion times. I'm doing fine, 60-70% of the set. 17 minutes in, I tell the joke where I say, effectively, I don't think being gay is a choice, which is, I don't think it is at all. But this is how you know, because there's gay black people, and no one's going to choose to be gay if they're already black, right? No one's doubling down on hardship.
It's a funny joke.
Thank you. No one.
There you go.
It's a funny joke.
You heard the joke.
No one, no black dude ever wakes up and thinks, you know what, this black shit too easy. I'm going to put on a Madonna halter top and some Jordans and tell an Indian dude how to live his life. That's not a choice. You were born that way. And that.
Now, first of all, when I first heard the joke, I wasn't like, I was like, that's not a terrible joke. I don't think it's funny. But somebody, whoever, if I went with, if the people in front of me were laughing, I wouldn't be like, hey, that's not funny. Like, oh, it's a fucking joke. I can't even call it a bad joke.
Right.
Joe Rogan thinks it's funny. Whatever. So, I don't. So Colombia, did you think?
I'm with you. I was like, it wasn't really a funny joke, but I didn't find it offensive, and I don't. But I'm not in either one of those shoes. But I was like,
that's why there's a gray area episode, because I'm like,
it wasn't funny to me, but I wasn't like, oh, I can't believe he said that.
Right.
Like,
now
I kind of like.
It's also weird that, and to be clear, where I was going with this. I mean, what I wanted to make clear, that when I just went to watch the video to see, to take you through the same thing I just saw, I was like, all right, well, then you hear his side, and you're like, all right, let me check this out. I also looked down in the comment section, and because I was like,
I didn't do that.
Gotta check. See, don't do it. It's not. You don't even want that for your life, right? I'll bite the bullet for you and check the comment section.
Like you used to watch the news.
So, right, exactly. Somebody, I'll do that for you.
Like, take one for the
day. Right. Because you don't even, some of that shit you don't even want in your life. Anyway,
right.
I saw a guy like, this was hilarious. Laughed until I pissed myself. I actually, and I'm starting to break the ice. Maybe I'll become one of these people. We'll never know. I guess we'll know at episode 710. But I actually commented on it. I was like, all right, bro, wasn't that funny? And he was like, is somebody offended? And I was just like, wait, actually, I'm not. Like, I was like, wait, what? I was like, oh, yeah, that's what I get. Like, stuck your toe in, you went too far.
Right. Fucking minded my business.
But it's also, but see, that's the beauty of comedy. Like, the same shit that I'm like.
I feel like if I would have commented on it, though, he probably would have been like, yes, it is funny. He wouldn't have been like, somebody offended.
True. You can see my profile picture. But see, that's where I also think the whole thing is weird. That I'm not saying there were no black people in the audience. I don't.
Right.
The people that were on stage were like three 19-year-old white kids, and it's like, well, I get the outrage. I'm not, and that's why I'm not even gonna. If you feel offended by that, all right. I can't tell you what to feel. We probably never would be in the same room together. And that's what Joe Rogan was talking about. Like, that's why I don't perform at colleges. They don't know anything yet.
Right. You know they haven't lived any life. Which I totally was like, oh yeah, true.
Right. So.
Like,
but it's weird. Like, are you speaking out for gay black dudes? Because when he said, and when he actually looked at it, which I'm like, about. Like, I don't like his, like, I got that joke from a gay black dude. It's like, that's not gonna help
like,
your.
No.
But that's not gonna help your case. Like,
you should have just left it.
Yeah, that's the I got black friends.
You should have just said
that's the classic.
That's not offensive.
Yeah, right. But they actually kicked him off stage. He ended his set, and he also says he was 17 minutes into his hour set. So, and like he said, he's gonna say whatever. This is gonna get offensive. Whatever. Would I have? See, that's the shit with comedians. Comedians are supposed to push. Some comedians are supposed to push the envelope, but I don't know. I never really watched The Daily Show because it wasn't really my kind of humor, but like I think that show specifically like changed the aspect of like now and you notice it with even Netflix specials, like some of them are like a fucking TED Talk, like some of them are like, I'm gonna give you some jokes, I'm gonna put some really real shit in that cancels out everything that was funny about this special, and then hopefully I can make you laugh after. Like comedy turned into that to being
weird.
Like right, like a comedic way of accepting the truth. So,
but if the three girls who came up there were the ones who organized it, I'm sure that this wasn't like way out of his character. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. You didn't know what kind of a comedian he was. He's not a, like, I don't understand.
See, and that's what also he was confused about it. Like he was like, it was like a crowd that's supposed to be for me. Like,
right.
Like,
what?
Like, what are we doing here? But I don't know. I really. And you know what? Before we even get into that, and let me make sure those girls were white. Like,
I feel like they might have been Asian because he said something about being Asian American and then
but see that was a little bit. That's why it's fucked up.
And it wasn't like an Asian American.
That's what I mean. But that's
event.
I'm not trying to get my narrative or prove my own point. But it's like you. Either way, are you offended for the gay black dude or are you offended as you?
Right.
Like either way, you know what I'm saying? Like if a gay black dude was like, nah, I'm not rolling, I would have been like, all right, like now you definitely.
That's
like,
exactly how I feel. Like I'm not in it, so I don't.
That one is clear, bro. Like all right, bro. Like I'm not.
But that's why I can't say like I'm offended.
Sure. So,
but it wasn't a funny joke. I wasn't like.
No, not at all. But so I got and you know what? I'm gonna get into. This just in. I don't have a.
You have to do that too.
That's about to be some. They're gonna bring back the Harlem Shake next week, and I'm like, damn. See, we had one. Chris Rock, Louis C.K., and Jerry Seinfeld, and some other like.
I don't know who